I guess when this makes it onto other social media, welcome to our senior class vice presidential debate. We have Charles Wheeler and Ashley Manuel, and our panelists are Dylan Jansen and Angela Villanueva. So welcome everybody. I'm Krista, and thank you to Ms. Ennis for, again, allowing the Devil's Advocate to host this, and we'll go ahead and get started. First, I just want to give our candidates about 15 seconds each to share like their platform and why they're running, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And y'all will have about like 20 seconds-ish to answer the questions. I don't have my bell with me today, but you get the gist. So we'll go ahead and get started. So Ashley, if you want to start us off.
Okay, so I'm running because I want everybody to have a voice, so that everybody can participate in our senior year, as well as be able to provide a good senior class gift to Stanton, and yeah.
Charles, you can go.
Okay. So my name's Charlie. I'm running because I've run in the past for president, and a lot of my peers and my opponent from last year encouraged me to run. I have a lot of experience in this class. I have a lot of passion for our school, and I just like to make a difference and finish out strong.
Awesome. So now Dylan and Angela, you guys can take it away.
Okay.
So whenever you want to start, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. So Ashley, why did you decide to run for senior class vice president?
Well, I moved here in the middle of my sophomore year, so I wasn't really able to participate as much. And before I moved here, during my in my old high school, I was a lot more active in the school, and I wanted to be more active this year since it is our last year. And I want everybody to have a voice and be able to participate. It being our last year, we should all have a say.
All right. So Charlie, what do you have to offer for the class of 2021?
Okay, so I have a lot of experience with running class-related things, right? So I've worked with a lot of class officers in the past. I have personal relationships with everyone running, and let's see, my platform is I've worked really hard on it. I've talked with Gokul about it. I know that everything I'm offering we can achieve, and I'm just excited to make these memories that we can have for our whole lives. So yeah.
Ashley, what do you have to offer for the class of 2021?
Well, I would like again to have everybody have a say. That's really big for me because when I moved here, I know I didn't know a lot of things and stuff, and I know I'm like really shy as well. So I want everybody who is also very shy to have a say in what we do, and for the seniors to be more involved in our class.
Okay. Charlie, how do you plan in improving the school?
Okay, so as far as the whole school goes, an idea we've discussed is job fair, and that's basically like a club fair for jobs. And this idea is supported by like candidates for like a lot of positions. And we've, I believe John Wright thought about doing it in the past, but definitely we're thinking that we can get that done this next year. And also a collaborative AP and IB exam study. I believe the senior class did that junior year, but I think we should implement that next year as well. So like Google Docs, Quizlet, shared stuff like that.
Okay.
Big
Ashley,
idea.
how do you plan on improving the school?
Well, I want to have, so for our social medias, we should have interview opportunities, intern opportunities, scholarship opportunities, and volunteer opportunities for more hours and more scholarships, because I know it's really hard to find scholarships. So having more access to that in the social medias and stuff, it'll be a lot easier for more people to find them.
All right, so we'll start with Charlie on this question, and then we'll go to you, Ashley. Name something you found impressive about each other's platforms and their campaigns.
Definitely, I liked how you wanted to reach out to the people that felt like they weren't having a say, and definitely, I definitely admire that. And I believe my campaign sophomore year was really focused on that as well. So I definitely admire that.
All right, Ashley.
I really like how you have the job fair opportunity. I think it's a really good idea, especially since we are seniors. I also liked that we will be having the senior takeover, because I know I was looking forward to that. So.
Okay. So, Charlie, what past experiences do you have that make you qualified for senior class vice president?
Okay, so the prom venue this year, even though we didn't get to use it, it was originally my idea, and I will not take credit at all for planning any of prom. Definitely, class officers this year did an amazing job with that. But they'll tell you that it was my idea originally, and I gave them a tour of the venue, and I've made various videos for the class because I'd like to help out anywhere I can. So it's the experience I bring to the table.
To follow that up, do you think your video making skills will hinder or help Gokul? Because he does have this idea of a senior video.
Yes, Gokul and I actually came up with that idea together. So I believe that we definitely we've run against each other in the past, but we've come to realize that we're really good as a team. And I helped shoot their video. He helped me with mine. It's just we work really good as a team. So.
Okay. So Ashley, what past experiences do you have that qualify you to be senior class vice president?
So before, as I said, like at my old school, I was very involved in the school. So we have this thing called Interact Club, which was pretty much like volunteer opportunities for people. And I was vice president of that group, helping manage volunteer hours for people as well. I also do lead at my church for youth groups. So I do that as well. And I help volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House downtown. There. So I do plan on bringing volunteer hours for our seniors.
Okay, so Ashley, what has been one of the toughest experiences that you've had to encounter in a leadership role, and how did this experience impact you?
I would say definitely last minute things. It's kind of overwhelming having to do things last minute, but making them work out is really nice. So usually I like to plan things months in advance, or when we have a lot more time, especially the volunteer hour opportunities. I know when I was president for the Interact Club, it was really hard putting together something so quick and trying to get everybody to get to it, but it was manageable, and we were able to put them through and stuff.
So same question, Charlie. What has been one of the toughest experiences that you've had to encounter in a leadership role, and how did this experience impact you?
Okay, so I always think that I've led a lot of children's things over my summer. I really like to volunteer with kids. So definitely one of the kids one time just got hurt or was crying, and that was a mess. And that was, it's just overcoming that was not too difficult, but it was definitely a new experience for me. I would have to contact their parents, and I just think that was a good experience, just people skills.
Okay. So Charlie, what does being a leader mean, and how would you embody this definition as senior class vice president?
Okay, so I think the biggest thing about being a leader is the ability to move people to action. And I feel that if you can do that, then that's as good of a leader as you can be. Also, you want to be able to relate with the people you're leading, so much so that they help you lead. Because if the people you're leading don't agree with the way that you're leading, you're not leading anyone. So that's mainly what I value as being a leader, and I believe that I've demonstrated that in the past, and I've gathered the support of my classmates, and I can lead group projects, whatever it may be, and I definitely feel that I'll be able to handle anything this job will throw at me.
Okay, Ashley, same question. What does leadership mean to you, or what does being a leader mean to you, and how would you embody this definition?
I definitely think I agree with Charlie, but also organization and planning. Organizing it, first of all, so that people can do it, trying to find a date so everybody is available, or at least most people are. Also planning it, getting the word out in advance, enough in advance that people have time to do it and they're not booked for something else as well.
Okay, so Ashley, who has been your role model for this position?
I don't know. My friends definitely encouraged me to do this because I know that we always talk about like different ideas for the school and stuff, and then we just don't know who to talk to about it and how to get it out there. So probably.
Okay, Charlie, who has been your role model for this position?
That is a very difficult question. I believe I kind of have to agree with Ashley here. Definitely, my friends inspired me to do this. Other class officers, honestly, like just seeing how much difference they've made for our class and how they've helped our class succeed, it inspired me to want to get involved and make a difference as well. And
Okay.
my talents.
So Charlie, what personality traits do you possess that you think will help you be a class officer, and why should senior voters trust your judgment?
So I believe that I'm a people person. I will talk to anyone. I'll be a friend to anyone. I'm always there if someone needs to talk to me. Um, uh, yeah. Not to be like, yeah. Let's just stop there.
Okay, Ashley, same question. What personality traits do you possess that will help you be a class officer, and why should senior voters trust your opinion? I mean, your judgment, excuse me.
I would say I agree with Charlie, like also that I'm easy to talk to, I think. But I think I'm very responsible as well. I manage to get my work done on time. I am very good with planning thoroughly. So, yeah.
Okay, so Ashley, what qualities does your opposing candidate possess that make them fit to be vice president?
I would definitely say his people skills. He has a lot of friends, and he's very nice. And his ideas are also very good for school, and I really like them.
Ashley, I'm gonna just pop in real quick. Your mic is kind of like sounding like a robot on my end. I don't know if it's an everybody else thing. I just don't want like us to not be able to fully understand. So I don't know if it's like a Wi-Fi thing, a provider thing. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, so Charlie, same question. What qualities does your opposing candidate possess that make them fit to be vice president?
Okay, so I don't know Ashley too well, but I've had class with her in the past, and from what I've seen, she's very responsible and trustworthy, and you can count on her. So, yeah.
Okay. So what is it about Stanton that makes it a great school, Charlie? And how would you apply the Ubuntu philosophy into your vice presidency?
Human kindness. I think what makes Stanton different is everybody feels that we're going through the same thing together, even though we all come from very different backgrounds. We're very diverse, and I think that makes us, awesome because we have all these different backgrounds. We're from plenty of different countries, states, whatever it may be, yet we find like kind of like a family at Stanton. So I think that's valuable.
Okay, Ashley. How would you apply the Ubuntu philosophy into your vice presidency, and what makes Stanton a great school?
Definitely what I love about Stanton is how we are like a family. Everybody's very supportive of others and stuff. I definitely think that the Ubuntu human kindness philosophy could come through on my campaign and with trying to get everybody's opinion and voice heard through their ideas and stuff.
Okay, so Ashley, how will you continue to contribute to the school if you're not elected as the vice president?
Okay, so I am in the leadership class, so I will be helping the school definitely through that. If I don't get elected, though, I would still like to provide my ideas to the officers who are elected so that we can get.
Okay, Charlie, how will you contribute to the school if you're not elected as vice president?
Okay, I will keep doing what I'm doing. I've run for president twice and lost twice, and both times I've come back. I've contributed my ideas. I've helped out any way I can. I'll continue making my videos. Um, help out with prom. It's just I definitely think even though I'm not a class officer, my opinion is valued by the class officers. So I'll continue to provide what I've been providing.
Okay. So, Charlie, what are some class issues that need to be addressed and why?
I definitely think if we're addressing big class issues, I'd be nitpicking because we have had an amazing year. But I think that we could use next year more class spirit like merchandise. And I know that I've talked about that in the past, and a bunch of people have talked about it in the past. I've created like a class merchandise store. I've made like a prototype for it. So I will try to present that. And basically what it is it gives the opportunity to buy products online branded for our class. It will fund the class, and it'll ship directly to their door.
Okay. Ashley, same question. Or was I sorry? Oops.
Okay.
The issues in your class. What do you think they are and why?
Okay. I don't know, but personally, I do agree with Charlie that we should have more merchandise as a class. This will bring in more money for our class so that we can do more things with it. So definitely more merchandise. I think we should have a class website as well. So like not just for merchandise, but like different updates, events and stuff like that we should have.
Okay, so this question will be for both of you, but in our interview with Gokul, who, as you know, is running unopposed for senior class president, he said that whoever turns out to be the senior class vice president, he expects them to be just as passionate as he is, as well as someone who puts in just as much effort as he does into the senior class. So how do you plan to meet Gokul's expectations for the role of vice president? And we'll start with you, Ashley.
Okay, definitely the fact that I don't really do much at like right now. I do most things during summer, volunteer opportunities, stuff like that. So I don't really have much intervening during school with this, and this is something I'm really passionate about. I definitely want to hear from everybody, and I think that everybody should have a say. And I want to make sure everything that I have in my campaign and my platform gets done. So
All right, so Charlie, how would you respond to that same question? How do you plan to meet Gokul's expectations for the role of vice president?
Basically, I love this class. You know, I've again, I think I've demonstrated plenty of interest in this class. I've made videos with Gokul. I've worked with Gokul in the past. After running against him, we realized again that we work really good as a team. I've done projects with him in the past, and again, we work really well together. Let's see. Again, I think that I will definitely show the passion. I've showed it. I show it now, and I will continue to show it in the future.
So the senior class officers are what makes one's senior year special. How do you plan to effectively work with your fellow senior class officers? Charlie.
Okay, so I believe that as vice president, number one, I'm a leader, but I'm also a team player for class office. So I definitely think that communication is key between the class officers. If we have meetings, I don't know how often we do it now. I think it's like once every 2 weeks or something. But definitely, I think that communicating and being friends with the class officers definitely helps, creating like that sort of that family within that smaller family within the family in class office.
Ashley.
I agree with Charlie. Definitely making sure that we have that family friendship connection. But also, I think we should have, like he said, we have meetings, or they have meetings twice every 2 weeks. I think within those, between those meetings, we should have meetings for the seniors, like as a class, so that not only we're just getting the officer ideas, but also ideas for.
Okay, so Ashley, how will you be able to avoid empty promises?
Definitely trying my best to get everything approved and have everything planned out, organized, so it's not piling on top of one another, so that everything's not left for the end of the year or something, spreading it out throughout the year.
Okay, Charlie, same question. How will you be able to avoid empty promises?
Okay, so definitely my platform is a very simplified version of my current ideas, mainly because everything on there is a promise that I know that I can make because I've been over the class budget with the current class officers. I've seen kind of what we've spent and like what we have to allocate to things. So yeah, everything that I have planned is very, very much feasible, and that's been backed by numbers.
Okay. So Charlie, let's say your class disagrees with one of your decisions, but you believe it is beneficial. What would you do in that situation?
I believe that number one, I would apologize for if they didn't agree with me, I'd apologize, and I'd confer with my other class officers about what I should do in that situation, and I'd likely put up a poll on the class Instagram about it.
Ashley, same question.
Okay. If it's not what you want, I would ask them how to change it and maybe just make adjustments to it. But if it's just simply something that we shouldn't do, then I would probably just not do it. Because I think that we should definitely do something that everybody wants. If it's not something everybody wants, then we shouldn't do it.
Okay. So Ashley, what are some weaknesses that you have, and how would you work on them in order to become a more effective leader?
One of my weaknesses, I would say, is not knowing a lot of people, but also being very shy. So that would probably be one. Definitely not being able to, like I said, I'm very shy. So when presenting an idea to someone or something like that, I might not give full detail or something, I guess. But not really. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but this is my shyness, I would say.
Okay. So Charlie, same question. What are some weaknesses that you have, and how would you work on them in order to become a more effective leader?
Okay, so I believe in some cases, my confidence can be a weakness. It can also be a strength, but a lot of times it's a weakness. I definitely think that I'd be better off to kind of tone down the confidence, make sure that I get input from the class and my other class officers. Again, communicate more. So not to make decisions on my own for the whole good of the class.
Okay. Let's move on to Charlie. How do you plan to work with the SGA?
SGA. Definitely. Again, the idea I've worked out with the SGA is job fair, and again, that was Gokul and I's joint thing. Vedant's involved with that as well.
Right. Let's just say Vedant. What if Vedant doesn't get elected?
Okay, if Vedant doesn't get elected, I'm good friends with Shauna as well. I'm very involved with let's see, Shauna and I are both involved in this youth in government program, and we've worked together in the past, and we get the job done effectively as well. So I don't see any reason why I would have a problem working with the officers in SGA.
Okay, Ashley.
I don't personally know Vedant or Sean, but I would definitely love to get to know them or whoever is elected, but including both of them. I would like to work with them in getting to help the freshmen be able to get into the school more. I know that this is a really difficult school and it can be hard for them to stay. So definitely trying to get them to open up into different clubs and stuff would probably help them sway their idea to staying into the school because they like that.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll move into some more specific questions now to each of your platforms. So Ashley, a prominent theme throughout your platform is unity. How do you plan to unify the class of 2021 as well as the entire student body?
So what I would like, So what I would like to do is provide like polls or forums and stuff in the social medias or class website, which I would like to make, and it will be open year round so that people can just provide ideas and they can all hear it even without them having to come up to us and talk. It can be through social media so that they can get their ideas out there and that we can hear them even if they're too shy to say something.
Okay. Charlie, how will your ideas of a class album work with the yearbook?
Yeah, so it's definitely the class album is just it's a smaller kind of idea, just kind of like a virtual compilation of things. Because the yearbook can't put everything, all the good pictures in. Um, I think I read Maya Larson's platform. She has a really good idea I liked on that as well. She's running for, I think it's SGA secretary or historian, sorry. But yeah, so I've talked to some other class officers on that, and I think that is a beneficial idea. So just like looking backward, we can enjoy the memories we made.
Okay. Ashley, in your platform, you mentioned the creation of a mural. What impact would this mural have on the student body, and how do you plan to go about creating this?
Um, so what I would like to do is put a mural in the courtyard or so that everybody can see it. And what it should do is bring this sense of pride to our class, so that we have no market. One class before left a few benches or bricks, and I think one of them left the gazebo. So it's just something to put our like who we are on the campus of the school, and just bring us all together so that we can the class.
Okay. Ashley, in your online platform, you value organization and managing stress. How do you plan to help the class stay organized and manage stress throughout the period where they have to go through college applications and other stuff among their senior year?
So many people are already working on their scholarships and strategies and stuff. So if they haven't already, then I would definitely put out like small deadlines of like when they should have things done. So I know that right futures, I believe, the application comes out in October, and then the first one I think is due in January or so. So for that, I would be like, hey, like set out little reminds or something. Just be like, hey, make sure you're keeping updated with your scholarship, something like that. And then just have those deadlines so that people can remember, like, oh, I can work on that. That needs to be done by this date. Let me work on it a little bit now, and then.
Okay. So back to some more general questions, I guess, for both of you. Charlie, how do you plan to represent the voice of your fellow rising seniors? Yeah, how do you plan to represent?
Definitely, definitely like valuing their input, I definitely, again, by just talking to people, you can hear just kind of what they expect from their class office. And if you don't talk to them personally, we put out polls on the class Instagram frequently, and I think that's very valuable, just to get the class input and then implement their ideas.
Okay, Ashley, same question. Yeah, how do you plan to represent the voice of your fellow rising seniors?
Okay, like I said before, I would want to put like polls and forums in the social media and such like around so that I can hear their ideas, and that we would be able to talk to them for their ideas and their ideas and such of what we should do as seniors in small events and such. Just it's a big part of my campaign being able to hear.
Okay. So for our last question, how will you use your position, Charlie, how will you use your position to make a difference?
I believe that the main theme of my platform is to make sure that our last year at Stanton is memorable and efficient. Just so that our senior class is happy with the journey they've been through, and they can look back on it. And yeah.
Okay, Ashley.
Also making sure that our senior year is memorable and such. Definitely also making sure that everybody has a say in what we do. That it's something that everybody wants done and not like a majority doesn't want it done. So I would say that a big part of that is definitely just hearing their voice and making sure it's a memorable.
Alrighty, well, I think that just about wraps up our vice presidential debate. I'm sorry if there's talking in the background in my house, but just a quick thank you again to Ms. Ennis for letting us do this. Candidates, please give us like just a quick closing statement about why you think that the rising seniors should vote for you, and what do you why they as voters should trust your judgment. So Ashley, you can start, and then Charlie after.
Okay, you should vote for me because I am actually very responsible. I'm very organized as well. I definitely want to hear every voice and not your opinion, but it really is such a big part of my campaign, making sure that it's time for all of us as seniors to be heard and, we're living our senior year as we want it to be. And
Charlie?
Okay, so I plan on putting my 100% effort into this job. I'm very dedicated. I'm very passionate about this class. I want to see everyone in the class succeed. I want to have a great senior year. And I've got a lot of great ideas that I want to implement. And I just hope all of you can help me accomplish those goals.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to Ms. Ennis again, and best of luck to both of you. And that's about it.